Welcome to Master the Game. I am Juice, and today I got the second package in a short amount of time, and I can't wait to show you guys what was inside of it. So let's get started. So the very first thing that I want to show off is a Christmas card from Paizo. It's even got the little branding on the back. Got a goblin in a space helmet, it looks like, kind of, but almost looks like he's an ornament. It's really, really cool, I think. But anyways, obviously it says, Happy Holidays from your friends at Paizo. Thank you for your support this year. Please use this promotional code from December 11th, 2020 through January 17th, 2021 for a 10% discount off a single Paizo.com order. So that's cool. Really like that. Gonna have that up on my shelf back here, in fact. So the thing that came with that card was Starfinder. And it's called Fly Free or Die Adventure Path. We're No Heroes by BJ Hensley. And I'll look at this here in a second and go over my initial thoughts, but the back of it says, work hard, play hard. Life isn't easy on the edge, not while working for EJ Corp, anyway. The company keeps you too poor to quit, desperate for your next bonus. So when a series of jobs goes bad, you know who they're gonna blame. You. It's time to kick loose from the company. With a little help from a drow crime boss, if his crazy plan works, you just might be calling your own shots from here on out. This volume of Starfinder Adventure Path begins the Fly Free or Die Adventure Path and includes We're No Heroes, a Starfinder adventure for first-level characters by BJ Hensley. A guide for players of this adventure path, including an EJ Corp product catalog and new themes for working-class characters and those who hail from the vast by Chris S. Sims. The Galactic Trade Subsystem rules for finding, buying, transporting, and selling cargo, while upgrading your starship with every job by Jason Tundra. An archive of alien creatures, including 2 new Anosite security specialists and hobhounds, loyal pets and servants of the Gideran Authority by Kim Franson and BJ Hensley. Statistics and deck plans for BD series cargo hauling starships, plus a look at Voxa, a world of miners recently conquered by the Gideran Authority by BJ Hensley. So that's a mouthful. So this is really cool. I am pretty excited to check this out and read through this. It looks fascinating. I've had this one now for about a week, and yeah, I'm really excited about this. So again, go check this out if you are interested in Starfinder. If you're not into Starfinder, you could probably use it for other sci-fi style games. So today, I got this really heavy package. And again, I was really shocked, to be honest, because I was like, man, I didn't order anything for Christmas that was this heavy. And the stuff that was heavier, I've already received. So, it kind of caught me off guard. And when I looked at it, obviously it was from Paizo. And again, had another Christmas card. And yeah, says the same thing, but it's still really cool. So one of them I'm probably going to keep in the house, and one of them I'm going to keep out here. And I think that's awesome. I really appreciate that from them. So there's 2 things that were in this box, and I opened the box. I did not open the packages yet. I've been dying to do it for about 5 hours now, and finally my wife got off work. Kids are inside playing video games, and she's making dinner. And I said, you know what? This is it. We're going to do this unboxing, which it's already been unboxed, but we're going to look at these. So the very first thing that I was blown away by, the Bestiary 2 battle cards. Now, this box is extremely heavy. It's really nice, too. I like the art on the cover. I actually think that's pretty cool. Gonna have to make some room on my bookshelf for this. Can't wait to use it. Been running some Pathfinder lately, and I am loving the system, and this is going to be very helpful. So on the back, it says Bestiary 2 battle cards. And I'm going to turn it around so I can read it. Bring your monsters to life. Pathfinder Bestiary 2 holds hundreds of new friends and foes for your adventures. And this box of over 350 cards presents a new and exciting way for those creatures to leap into action at the table. Each card features a beautiful full-color image of a Bestiary 2 creature on one side, while the other side provides the creature's statistics for quick and easy reference. With each encounter, show the players what their characters are facing while keeping the monster's abilities at the ready, and watch your games come alive. Before I go any further, I do want to quickly say, yes, I call it a bestiary. I know some people have tried to correct me in the past and call it a bestiary. Whatever. To me, it's full of monsters. Monsters are beasts. I call it a bestiary. It is what it is. But anyways, so yeah, this is awesome. It retails for $59.99, and I'm gonna dig into it real quick. So good. I'm so excited. Anything to make running your games easier is always good in my book. Okay, so, oh man, ooh. Oh wow, yeah. There's a bunch of these. So, looks like 1, 2, 3 on each side. So there's 6 of these on each side of these cards. They're good. I don't know how big exactly. I'm not even going to speculate. They're big. Got a lot of room for a lot of information on one side. The back obviously has a picture of the monster for the other side. So this is cool. I'm going to open all these right now. It would be like, it's really cool that they do this. I have never had monster cards before for any game system. And this, to me, is going to cut down on me having to write down stat blocks on paper for my notes, so I don't have to like flip to a book while I'm running a module or even running a homebrew game. I hate having a bunch of books out on my table while I'm running, like open while I'm running a game. They're nice. Like, they're really, really nice. So that's really cool. I love it. And we'll look at all of these a bit later, like I said, in that other video. Because this is the kind of stuff that when I'm looking to buy something, this is the kind of stuff I want to see. You know, I want to see, you know, what's it look like, and, you know, go through it and make sure there's not any things that stand out right off the bat, you know, that would sway me to not buy it. And, you know, so I'm going to do a full-on review of these. I still am planning on doing a review of my spell cards that I bought not too long ago. The only spell cards I don't have yet, I think, are the Advanced Player's Guide ones. I don't think those are out yet. But yeah, so I'm planning on getting those. And, oh, it's so cool. Are these supposed to be in, like, alphabetical order? I can't tell. That's PS. Yes, they are. Okay, cool. So there. Boom. And then that's going to go on this. Okay, so they're in alphabetical order right now. Cool. I'm glad. I saw somebody do a unboxing recently of a card game. And the cards were in random order and mixed up. And there's supposed to be multiple decks for that game. I'm not going to say what game it was or anything because, you know, I don't want to do that. But the little details, I think, really matter. And you would think most games do this, right? They separate them, they put them in alphabetical order, or in some semblance of an order, right? Oh, those are so... Look at that. That is such a thick pile. That's great. I love this. Oh, I love it. But yeah, you would think that somebody who's been working on a game for that long would make sure they spent the attention on the details, right? To me, Paizo does a good job with the accessories they do. The books they do, I think, a fantastic job as well. I mean, and they crank so many books out, right? Like, or just products in general with the adventure paths and everything else. I love it. I love what they do. You know, the Fall of Plaguestone campaign I'm running right now is really fun. I really like the shorter modules like that. So the Slithering, I need to pick that up because I would like to run that campaign probably after the Fall of Plaguestone. And who knows, maybe I'll run it for the same group if they're still wanting to play after we run this. Maybe we'll just move over to that. But I think do we have some humans in our group? No, we have 2 goblins. What do we have in our Fall of Plaguestone group? 2 goblins and 2 half elves. Gosh, what's all in my group? I can't even remember now. Oh, and a half orc. So I don't think we have any humans actually. If we do, it would be Colin's character. He would be the only one. And technically, the Slithering doesn't really. It's supposed to be like monster. Gosh, the packaging is stuck on my finger and I can't get it off. All right, there we go. The Slithering isn't supposed to have any humans in it, though. I don't know why. I haven't read the whole thing. I've glanced at it when Paizo sent me the PDF. And that's why I haven't reviewed it, because I haven't read the full thing. So I would like to review it, though. Hopefully very soon I will. Okay, so DZD... What the... Oh, it's an apostrophe, though. Okay, so this goes on top. Boom. Is that right? Was that correct? Yes. And then this is A. Okay, yep. I got worried for a second. I thought maybe I messed them up and they weren't in order anymore. But no, I got them in order, so they're correct. Oh, they're so cool. And there's this... is that the... It is the Jabberwock. The Jabberwock. Yes. That's awesome. Okay. I'm excited. So... this product right here is definitely getting a review very soon. I can't wait to do that for you. Probably get it recorded this weekend. I've got a series of Pathfinder videos coming right now. We just put up one last night about the Tiefling and the Advanced Player's Guide. We're going to have, and if you want to see more Pathfinder stuff, make sure you hit subscribe, right? You don't want to miss anything else we put out. We're going to be getting more in depth in the system eventually. Right now we're doing Ancestry Overviews. That's our main series where I go over the feats, tell you what I think, feat by Ancestry. And I'm enjoying doing that. Almost through all of the Advanced Player's Guide, and I'm working backwards because I started it with the Advanced Player's Guide. So next will be like the Lost Omens character guide, and then we'll jump into the core rulebook. And yeah. And then once we're done with the ancestries, who knows what else we'll move on to. But I do plan on jumping more into system mechanics, if that's what you want to learn about. We'll probably take a small approach to that, like focusing on very specific things, but starting like with the basics and working up and out with that. Now, again, if you want to see more Pathfinder content, we're putting that out. Those are most of our regular videos on this channel are Pathfinder videos. Now, gaming videos, because we do 5 streams a week, they vary. There's various systems, some are modules, some are not, some are other fantasy games, and obviously we have the current Friday every other week Pathfinder campaign going on for Fall of Plaguestone. We do some world building stuff. We do all sorts of stuff. We do mini painting. It's all good fun on this channel. So the next thing that, before I cut open, I probably should have showed you guys, is the Pathfinder beginner box. Now, this is something I have been salivating over for a long, long time. And I've held off buying it because it was supposed to come out in October. And at that point, my wife and I, kind of put the freeze on buying things, in general for fun, because Christmas was coming up. And so I didn't know what she had coming for me. And so I didn't want to buy it if that was the case. Good news, she did not buy this for me. I asked her when this arrived today. Neither of these things, or any of these things, she did not buy for me. So we're good on that front. And none of the kids bought it either. So again, this has been something I have wanted to purchase for a while. I almost pre-ordered it a long time ago. Again, we're totally going to do a review on this too. I love it. So there's one base in here that's red. I don't know why, actually. I'm not sure. That's interesting. I'll have to figure out why. The dice, are kind of I don't know, they're just regular colors. That's okay, though. I like it. All right. Postcard for, is it Sirenscape? Sirenscape? I almost want to say syringe. It's got to be Sirenscape, right? Sirenscape. Caution. Immersive sounds ahead. On the back, it says, bring Galarian to life with the power of Sirenscape. Sirenscape is the revolutionary app bringing immersive sound and music to your Pathfinder games. With an easy-to-use interface, just the touch of a button will bring the room to life while you focus on playing the game. More than just repeating loops or a set playlist, Sirenscape uses complex algorithms and thousands of samples to create sound that is frighteningly real. Download the Fantasy Player with 10 included sound sets for free. You don't even need to register. Oh, okay, cool. Unlock a 30-day free trial of Sirenscape Pathfinder subscription today. Make the most of your Pathfinder Beginner Box adventure. Get the official Sirenscape sound pack for Menace Under Atari. And experience the difference Sirenscape makes. I love it. That's cool. I love stuff like this. Just like these little postcard things. I just love that stuff. I put them on my shelf all the time. A couple years ago, for example, at not even gonna get into that, but I got little postcards and stuff from Gen Con and things like that, and I just like that stuff. I don't know why. Maybe I need to put it all up on a cork board and frame the cork or something. I don't know. All right. So when you open it up, obviously all those things were on top, and then it says, just like in the previous box, and I'll do a whole video on this, but read this first, and it gives you that. Yes. And on the back, it shows you the components. Boom. That's a lot of stuff in this box. And I think this box retails, I should have checked beforehand. I got so excited. For $40, am I right? Yeah, $39.99 US dollars. So again, that's a good value, I think, for all of the stuff you get. From the adventure to obviously having some basic rules, pre-gens, character sheets, flip map, pawns, player reference cards, which my wife plays in my Friday game. She plays in a lot of my games, and she does the mini painting with me. So it's not quite a one-man show over here. She does some stuff. But she has expressed interest in getting one of those that we can just leave in her office. So when we play with our friends online, she can have access to how to play Pathfinder, basically, in a quick, easy reference. So, yeah. Now, I've seen some people talk about this. It looks like you're supposed to get 4 of these, and everybody I've seen who's done an unboxing has actually had 6. And we also have 6. So that's awesome. I love that. And the reason this is so great is I run groups of up to 5 players. I've run 6, but I don't like that. I prefer to be 4 players, especially online games. But I will run for up to 5 players, and maybe 6 in person, depending on if it's a one shot or who the people are. It all just depends. But yeah, these little reference cards are really nice. So one side tells you what you can do, what checks on your turn, a couple basic actions, and then the back has some conditions. Looks like maybe some of the more common conditions. So again, that's really awesome. Loving it. I'm loving it. All right. Oh, sweet. So I believe Paizo gives away pre-gens of their characters on their website. So if you go to paizo.com, you can go and download some pre-gens for their 2nd edition game. Now, these are more user-friendly, right? More beginner-friendly. Whereas those just have a lot of stuff on them. So here you go. And it tells you, play a fighter if you want to. Fight on the front lines. Use the best weapons and armor. React quickly to enemy actions. And then on the back, it tells you about Valeros. So he is the iconic fighter, which I love him, by the way. He is awesome. I have a few minis of him. I have a few unpainted minis of him, and he's one of my favorites. I love fighters, and I love that Pathfinder made them matter. You know, they really made them good again. So I appreciate that. So everything's color-coded on the character sheets. This is really cool. Everything's color-coded on the character sheets. It tells you what dice based on the colors, things like that. You know, over here you got your steps, or not your steps, but your key for how to read your character sheet. For example, A is ancestry, and then it has it up here, you know, where your ancestry is. You know, it goes through, you know, all the way through M. And yeah, that's very helpful. Now, it says equipment. But equipment's... okay, so the key blocks the equipment. The equipment's at the very end here. Still, that's cool. Now, again, fighters, I think, are really easy to play, even for beginners. But the ones that are hard are usually these two. Spellcasters, right? Spellcasters are difficult. So play a wizard if you want to. Cast spells to devastate foes and protect allies. Know secrets about magic and ancient lore. Solve problems with your magic. And then obviously you go into it and goes through equipment and then spellcasting. So equipment and spellcasting are in the bottom of this second sheet here. And equipment isn't very much, actually. Well, you know, you get enough. You know, you get the basics, which is fine. And then spellcasting, which I think this is a first level character. And it looks like just 5 cantrips. I don't know if that's normal for first level, thinking about it. You can cast these 5 spells any number of times per day. So yeah, I guess that's it, right? You don't get any first level spells? Does it say anything about spells? If you want to prepare spells, 6 of the Hero's Handbook, your spellbook contains Burning Hands, Fleet Step, Gust of Wind, Magic Missile, and Shocking Grasps. Oh, okay. Gotcha. So it has more spells. Okay. It's just... Oh, okay. Your cantrips are last, and it has your other spells before that. So Magic Missile and Shocking Grasp. Pretty neat. Here, I'll show you real quick what I was talking about. So down here, your cantrips are here, but then above it, it has your spells. And I was reading this green text here. So again, I think that's awesome. I love having stuff like this. Being able to give players, you know, sheets that they can easily look at. My daughter, when she saw me open the box and these were in it, the actual boxes, she was like, ooh, I want to play Pathfinder. Now, we've played, you know, D&D before, and she loves it. She's really into the idea of, like, being a spellcaster. And I'll be honest, you know, she's 9. And this technically says it's for 13 and up. But while I'm a little, not hesitant, I don't want to overwhelm her, right? I think that I could definitely play by making one of these sheets. Now, I'm good on Photoshop and stuff. I could probably take this as an example and make her character sheet for Pathfinder in Photoshop and then print it out for her, and, you know. Or actually, sorry, I guess I forgot. I don't have to. I'll show you the blank character sheets in a sec. The Beginner Box Hero's Handbook. Ooh, that's awesome. And then the back, quick rules reference. Now, on first edition, I actually kept the beginner's box stuff out when I ran it. When I ran just my regular campaign, because I found things were helpful to, like, quickly find it in the beginner's box rather than looking through the book. First edition for me was overwhelming. Second edition, I love it. I'm really into it. I feel like the rules aren't that bad, and I'm all about it. But it goes through common rolls, strike rolls, spell attacks, perception checks, stealth checks, skill checks, initiative rolls, bonus and penalty types, cover. That's probably going to be one of my first rule videos, actually. Creatures and objects grant cover, lesser cover, and standard cover. All right, Beginner Box Heroes Handbook. Wow, this is great. Yeah, we'll do a dedicated video to this where we just show off everything more in depth. Maybe I'll live stream it this weekend during the day. That might be fun to do, like Sunday or something. Oh, that's great. I love it. Once again, there's the handbook. Now, the character sheets. So this is perfect. And I just want to say something. This looks better than the character sheets that they originally released with the game in the back of the book and stuff. Everyone I've played with has complained about the character sheets pretty much. These are great. I absolutely love it. Very simple to read. Again, I like the color on here. Skills. There's some things that'll take some getting used to. Like it has trained and expert. Doesn't have if you advance beyond that, obviously. I kind of wish they put those boxes, to be honest. I mean, it wouldn't be hard to add that, but it's okay. It's still good. I still like this. This is obviously it's meant for beginners. You're only going to be playing a few levels. I'm cool with it. I just wish they made it like that right off the bat. But at that point, once you've played for a bit, you can put them on a real character sheet. They can level up their game, right? As they master the game. All right. The back has some spell casting, adventure log, notes, spell book, character portrait. Yeah, that's really simple. I dig it. I'm cool with it. Ooh. The Game Master's Guide. And then on the back, quick rules reference, same as the stuff that was on the back of the player's one. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, I love it. I'm really excited to read through here. Oh, these are good. This is good stuff. Like getting this today was like Christmas for me. So it's like Christmas morning. Ooh, magic items. Consumables. No potency, anything. I was hoping for that, but that's okay. Wand. Held items. Creatures. Oh, the art looks really nice. Let's look at this. I actually really like this art. It looks really simple, actually. It looks kind of basic, but I like it. The bugbear actually looks really good in here. Like, I hate the bugbear in Pathfinder 2nd Edition usually, but oops, almost ripped it. But that one looks good. I like that one. I don't even like the bugbear art in the Lost Omens guide, and it's not the style necessarily. It's how the bugbear's been portrayed. Even in 1st edition, I just didn't like how they made it look. Kind of made it look goofy to me, and I didn't like that. Speaking of which, in this edition, the kobolds look a little different, and people have opinions on that. And I would love to hear your thoughts below. What do you think about the bugbears and the kobolds? Leave a comment below and let me know what you think. Oh, man, yes. Goblins are always great. So speaking of which, I'll show you guys a kobold real quick. That's kobold right there. So would love to hear what you think of it. Hobgoblins, that's what it was. Hobgoblins are what bothered me. Bugbears I didn't like in 1st edition either. But the hobgoblins look kind of goofy to me in this one. They don't look militaristic and like menacing enough, in my opinion. Because to me, a hobgoblin should be like, I feel like you should be afraid of it, Like hobgoblins should be like wrecking stuff. They're smart. They know how to work as a team and with tactics. Like they should be tough. Oh, I love it. This is a nice book. But that's just my opinion. I wouldn't call myself like an old school gamer from the standpoint of like, you know, D&D or whatever. But the very first game I ever played was Palladium Books, and I played that exclusively for like 13 years before I ever tried something else. And that's a system from the 80s. So in that regard, I guess I am old school, but I don't know. I do have some new school thoughts on things too. So here's the flip map. There's one side. And that's cool. And here's the other side. So they're both really detailed. Wow, these are gorgeous. Really detailed maps. I did like that the first basic or beginner box for first edition, the flip map had one like blank side with grid because it allowed you to, you know, draw different things to make whatever you want. And I use that still to this day. I've been using it for like 7 years now. And I use it all the time. And it's my most used flip map still. You know, it was one of the first ones I had. And yeah, I'm sure I'll use this. I'm excited to use it, especially if I run this adventure. But I think the blank one's more useful for beginners. But I would rather have this because I already have the other one. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that feel the same way. So the pawns. Now, I'm not going to pop these out right now because, you know, that's kind of a pain in the butt. And my storage system for them from my first edition is still right here. I keep them right here. It's not a very good system for doing it, but I got them right there. Got some custom tokens and some custom minis that I have and stuff like that. But and I got a few more on this side too, so more pawns. I have not found a great way for pawn storage. So if you know of something, let me know. I've seen people try to use binders with like collector's card sleeves and stuff, and I don't like that idea. But I would love to know what you use to store your Pathfinder pawns. I mean, you could store it with your miniatures, like the way you store your miniatures too. But yeah, I don't know. They're wow, these are nice. So considering I didn't spend the time looking at all the monsters in the book, I can see them all now, and they look kind of cool. So the zombie shambler. Obviously, trolls are cool. I play the Pathfinder Kingmaker video game, and I love fighting the trolls. I remember the first time when you got into the wilderness, and I came across a manticore. I think it was a manticore. Yeah, manticore. And I freaked out. I was like, oh, I'm going to die. And I actually did okay. Like, I was like, oh, I made it. Yeah, these are cool too. Some of these player characters are sweet looking. Does anyone know if they have miniatures of these in the Lost Omens line? I've only got 2 boxes of the Lost Omens line. And that's the other thing I want to say. The Lost Omens miniature line is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Oh my goodness. They're like some of the best looking miniatures I've ever seen of pre-painted miniatures. Like from a random box. Okay, this is awesome. Didn't know these were in here. Action tokens. So you could give them to your players so they know how many turns. There's 4, 8, 10. There's 10 of them. So if you have 3 players at your table, you give them 3 each. Oh, I love it. 4 reactions. Oh my goodness, that is so... Wait. No, there's more. There's 4, 5, 6. There's 6 actions on each one. So you have 12 and 4 reactions. That's great. Oh, that is so great. That's going to be so useful. And then obviously the last sheet right here, which has a nice owl bear, a centipede giant, stuff like that. Oh, this is great. This is a great box set. Again, good value. I fully believe that. All right. And then the last thing is an ad. I think it's the last thing. Is an advertisement for Pathfinder Society. Now, first edition beginner box had adventures you could go online and download. In fact, I downloaded a couple, and I actually crafted. There was like one where you had to cross a chasm, or it wasn't a chasm. You had to cross these rune symbols, and as you stepped on them, they changed colors. And I remember running that for my wife, but I made that in like a little piece of cardboard like that big. And we ran that encounter. Now, she was the only player, so she was controlling 2 characters. And so the traps didn't actually work on her because you need multiple characters for that to work, but it was a lot of fun. We still enjoyed it. Pathfinder Society, a world of adventure, exploration, and intrigue awaits. Join the Pathfinder Society today. Claim your heroic destiny in a global Pathfinder campaign with more than 100,000 players. Explore the thrilling world of Lost Omens with monthly short adventure scenarios. Engage with a vibrant community of players and develop friendships through the Pathfinder Society's enormous shared world campaign. Visit pathfindersociety.club for more. There you go. And then the back. The adventure continues. Want more Pathfinder? Keep playing with additional adventures suited for the beginner box. Or jump into the full version of the Pathfinder game. Troubles in Otari. Keep playing with the beginner box rules in this anthology of 3 adventures set in Otari and the surrounding region. The adventures start at 2nd level, and you can level up characters to 4th level using the rules within. The core game. Check out the books below to jump into the full version of the Pathfinder role-playing game. Any characters you already created with the beginner box are ready to play. Core Rulebook, Advanced Player's Guide, Game Master Guide, and Bestiary. Yeah, I would agree. Get those 4 books. And I would also say the Lost Omens character guide is a big deal as well. If you want the options, which if you're playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition, I feel like you want the options. That's what lured me in, is the customization and the options. I love it. I love the depth of character creation. I love the vast array of characters you can make and how they're so unique and different from each other. So again, I am a big fan. Big fan. So yes, I'm going to do a more dedicated video at a later time. Probably this weekend, so it'll probably be up maybe that's that. Honestly, that might go up next week instead of the Ancestry Guide, unless I can find some time this weekend. I've got a lot of streams going on and things like that, but we'll see. So again, if you want to see that stuff, subscribe. Give us a like if you enjoyed this video. I try to be unbiased. Obviously, when I'm excited, and that's just how it is. But yeah, and I'm very excited about this. So again, would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Do you own this? What do you think of it? Do you think you're going to run the adventure? Have you run the adventure? If you have, how did it go? Is it a great introduction for the newbies, the beginners to Pathfinder 2nd Edition? Because that's what matters, right? So again, this is Master of the Game. I am Juice. Game on.